Yeah, and I wasn't getting paid. So then he said, so then he did that a few times. Well, the next time he came around, I found my little recorder, and I tape recorded it. And I took the recording down to Hogs. I mean, this is a novel, I swear to God. So I got on my mountain bike and I rode my 2 miles into Grange Hill to Hogs. Now, Hogs was this Caucasian-looking, I mean, it was very light, very, very light skin Jamaican. Huh? Yeah.
Go ahead.
Very light skin, big Jamaican guy, and he was the Wyatt Earp of Grange Hill. Now, Grange Hill is 20 minutes inland from the Grill. It's in the sugarcane communities, and it's the equivalent of the Wild Wild West. It's the ganja-growing sector of Jamaica, where bad men and gunmen rule the place, and if you're not attached to one of these gunmen or bad men, then you might be left behind.
Really?
And that's the way it was for a long time.
Were you attacked?
Until Wyatt Earp came along. Hogs. In fact, his name was Simpson as well. Simpson came in, Detective Simpson, and he was the badass good cop. I mean, the good guy, the badass good guy. And he came in and shot up all the gunmen and killed all the bad men and drug them by their heels through town behind his Jeep, literally, so everyone could see it.
This is why you were there?
No, it was
a
couple of years, like 2 years before I got there.
Like the South in the 60s.
So you gave him the tape?
So then I went down to see Simpson. Thank you for keeping me on story. So I went down to see Hogs. Now, but at this point, by the time I got there in 91 or 2, it was a few years away from the really bad times. But there was still lots of trouble. Including Jimbo was considered to be one of the ugly man, they called him, was considered to be one of the trouble guys.
And Jimbo was the
Myrtle's ex.
Of Myrtle.
Southerners must have come from Africa.
And in these areas, there's very much a slavery feudal system where you're attached to the big guy. So anyway, I went to Simpson. I played him the recording. He had been lounging in his cot, listening to the radio, and was all relaxed. I played him that thing. He jumped out of it and said, whatever you do, don't lose that recording. You might need it in court. He said, we might need it in court. I said, all right, no problem, I'll keep it safe. So that night, he went up to the same community, drove up with his, cops, and they found Jimbo in a dead yard. Now, in Jamaica, a dead yard is what?
Like a wake?
A wake. A dead yard. It's where when someone dies, you spend a whole week.
They're mourning somebody then.
Yeah, but it's mostly rum and dominoes.
It's what?
Mostly rum and dominoes. And
okay.
It's like a party.
But somebody has died, though.
Somebody's died, and they're celebrating.
It's a whole different thing here.
Okay.
Back to Joe's story.
It's a whole different thing.
It's not the wake where you guys come and you sit with family and you play nice music and you say hi, how was it? It's more of
domino,
music,
food,
celebration.
The celebration. And
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that not every American thinks that death's worse than could happen.
So what happened?
Celebration.
If you're living in a crappy life, death could be better. You think there's something beyond that.
So there's a celebration.
So anyway, dead yard is a big celebration, and Jimbo's at one of these dead yards. Cops went up, and apparently, as I heard from other community members who loved Myrtle and loved me and all this, and they came up to me and said, Joe, if you were at the dead yard last night, you would have seen a police them come in and talk to Jimbo. Man, what them tell him say? I said, what they tell him?
We're gonna go.
All right. Are you guys gonna go
karaoke?
Do, karaoke?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're around the troops and then.
And Nicole's.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
Is it Nicole's?
The disco.
Do you remember where the big round thing was where we were supposed to have our first night? Supposed to be our first night up at the manor.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's where.
Right below the round thing.
Underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Don't start without us. We may be there. You may.
Don't start without us. Start without us.
Oh, you go ahead and
Wait,
start
where
with us.
do
You guys will have a blast.
Are you guys staying on Riviera or?
We're staying down here,
Are you guys?
but we're partying up there.
Yeah, we are too. Not
Riviera.
So he said what?
right, we'll see you up there.
So Hogs apparently rolled in with his cop car. The guy told me, said, Joe, if you could have seen a man. Am I being recorded?
Yeah.
Sweet. So he says to me, Joe, if you could have seen a man. Hogs come up to Jimbo and said, if you even talk to the white man one more time, now go shoot you dead. Same time. And from that time, Jimbo, every time I passed Jimbo on the street, he looked like a puppy dog with a tail between his legs.
Oh, beautiful!
Couldn't look at me. Well, I mean, it wasn't me, you know. It was those guys who were looking after me because we were building a school in their community,
But you
know.
had built a